Thanks for joining me in this video. This video is going to focus on live-in caregiver program, specifically once you have been working as a caregiver in Canada, what it means to qualify for permanent residency. Really, if you look at it, the fundamental document that you need to provide is proof that you have worked in Canada for your employer for at least 2 years. Now, how do you do that? Because sometimes your hours could differ. Sometimes you can be working 30 hours in 1 week and then 40 hours the next week. So essentially, there's really two options here. The first option is 24 months of authorized full-time employment as a caregiver within 4 years of the date that you entered Canada. That's very critical. So 24 months is 2 years, and from the four, and you can only apply within that 4 years of entering Canada. So sometimes clients say, you know what, I'm not really interested in the PR right now. I'm gonna, they decide to do something else. So long as it's within that 4-year period, and if you change your mind, you can always apply for the caregiver. Now, the second option, this is more suited for clients who don't have a regular schedule, who usually have their schedule fluctuates a little bit. So you can then count your total hours of employment. And in that case, you need to count 3,900 hours within a minimum of 22 months, which may include a maximum of 390 hours of overtime. So that's important. So the total number of hours that you need is 3,900. Now this time it's only within 22 months, not 24 months. And you can calculate any overtime, but maximum overtime is 390. Obviously, you have to definitely still prove that it is still within the 4 years. Now, how you can prove these hours, there's a bunch of documents you can provide. There's the letter of employment, confirmation of employment by your employer. There are T4s, your notice of assessment, statements of earnings showing your hours worked. So especially if your hours are not consistent, you want a statement of earnings from your employer to show, this month I worked this many hours, or this week I worked this many hours, etc., etc. And until you prove that, 22 months. So every single month is obviously very important. Also, you want from the CRA a record of wage and deductions. So T4s and so forth can also be included. Notice of assessment, I already informed you. And then also, employers sometimes can do an hour worksheet, if you will, to say, and then sign it off to say these are the hours that you've worked on a weekly basis. If it's consistent 40 hours a week and really there's no overtime, it's just consistent, then your pay stub will suffice on that regards. So key document is obviously to prove that you do have 2 years under your belt. If you are a caregiver and looking at applying for a live-in caregiver worker program for permanent residency, give us a call as we're here to help you move forward. Thank you, and until next time.